This is Buzz. Buzz sits at his desk, staring at his monitor. His website layout is broken again. He's been writing CSS for 3 years and layouts still drive him crazy. The sidebar sits at the bottom where it doesn't belong. The header covers half the navigation menu. He learned floats because that's what everyone uses. Nothing works the way he expects. Then, a coworker mentions Flexbox during lunch. Buzz has heard the name but never tried it. Too many new CSS features come and go, but his coworker shows him something on her laptop. She types display flex on a container. The broken layout snaps into a clean row. No floats needed. No math required.
That night, Buzz starts experimenting. He creates a simple HTML file with a container div and 3 child divs. Without any CSS, they stack vertically. He adds display flex to the container. The 3 divs now sit side by side in a row. One CSS property changed everything. How is this possible? The answer lies in how Flexbox thinks about space. When you add display flex to an element, you create a flex container. Its direct children become flex items. These items follow new rules. The container has 2 axes, main and cross. By default, the main axis runs left to right. The cross axis runs top to bottom. Flex items line up along the main axis. This is why those divs turned into a row. But Buzz needs a vertical layout for his navigation menu. He discovers flex direction, set it to column, and the main axis flips to vertical. Now items stack top to bottom, but with Flexbox control. He can also use row reverse or column reverse. These flip the order without changing the HTML. Useful for mobile layouts where visual order needs to change. Then there's alignment. For years, Buzz used margin to center things horizontally. Vertical centering meant absolute positioning with transforms. The justify content property controls main axis alignment. Set it to center and items move to the middle. Use flex end to push them to the end.
What about space distribution? Space between puts equal space between items. The first and last items touch the container edges. Space around adds equal space around each item, including the edges. Space evenly distributes all space equally. Flexbox handles the math. While justify content handles the main axis, align items controls the cross axis. Set align items center and item center vertically. Use flex start for top alignment or flex end for bottom. The baseline value is special. It aligns items based on their text baseline. Buzz's layouts are getting complex. He adds more items to his flex container. They squeeze together, getting narrower and narrower. By default, flex items stay on one line. They shrink to fit, but Buzz wants them to wrap to new lines. He adds flex wrap. Now items flow to the next line when space runs out. The layout responds to container width without media queries. With wrapping enabled, align content becomes available. This property controls how multiple lines align within the container. It works like justify content, but for the cross axis when you have wrapped content. You get the same spacing options: flex start, center, space between, and others. Now Buzz can create grid-like layouts with Flexbox, but not all items should be equal size. Buzz's main content needs more space than his sidebar. Individual flex items have 3 key properties. Flex grow controls how items expand. Give an item flex grow 1 and it fills available space. Give another flex grow 2 and it takes twice as much. The values are ratios, not fixed sizes. Flex shrink controls how items compress when space is limited. By default, it's set to 1. Meaning all items shrink equally. Set flex shrink 0 and an item maintains its size. This protects important elements like logos or buttons from getting too small. Flex basis sets the starting size before growing or shrinking. Now here's where Buzz makes an interesting revelation. Setting flex basis 0 with flex grow 1 creates equal width items. The content inside doesn't matter. A button with 1 word gets the same width as a button with 3 words. This pattern is so common that CSS has a shorthand. The flex property combines grow, shrink, and basis. Writing flex 1 equals flex grow 1, flex shrink 1, and flex basis 0. It's the most useful Flexbox pattern. Want 3 equal columns? Give each one flex 1. Want 1 column twice as wide? Give it flex 2. The browser calculates exact sizes based on available space. Buzz finds more tools to refine his layout. The gap property adds consistent spacing between items. No more margins on child elements. Just gap 20 pixels on the container. It works for both rows and columns. Sometimes one item needs special treatment. While other items align to the top, one should center. The align self property overrides the container's align items for individual elements. Each item can have its own cross-axis alignment. This is useful for layouts where most items follow one pattern. but a few need exceptions. The order property lets you rearrange items visually. By default, items display in HTML order. All items start with order 0. Set order -1 to move an item first. Set order 1 to move it last. The HTML stays the same, but the visual order changes. You can use this for responsive layouts, where mobile needs different ordering than desktop. Buzz builds flexible components instead of fixed layouts. A navigation bar that works at any width. Cards that align perfectly regardless of content. Forms that adapt to their containers. Each component is self-contained and predictable. Buzz continues learning. He finds out that Flexbox only works on direct children. Grandchildren don't become flex items. Some properties like float and vertical align stop working on flex items. These are all part of how Flexbox creates its own formatting context. What's the conclusion here? Flexbox is one part of modern CSS layout. CSS Grid handles two-dimensional layout. Flexbox excels at one dimension. Together, they cover every layout need. But that's another story. For now, Flexbox solves 90% of Buzz's layout problem. His code is cleaner. His layouts are more powerful. Like Buzz, once you understand the system, you can create any layout you imagine.
If this helped you understand Flexbox better, Buzz says to leave a like and subscribe.